What is going on? I'm Matt.
And I'm former Pittsburgh Steeler, CSW.
And welcome to London to NFL.
In this show, we'll be joined by the NFL's biggest stars and its biggest fans to talk about everything from fashion, music, gaming, everything in between.
And today, we are joined by possibly the biggest individuals I've ever seen in my life.
And there's two of them.
We are joined by the Stoltman brothers. They are multi-winning strongmen. And they're massive. Fellas, how's things? Where he is sitting right now, talk to me.
Yeah, so we are very, very good. We're in sunny Scotland, 25, 30 degrees up here. Now we're up in the Highlands in Scotland, way up north where Loch Ness lives.
I'm guessing, like, you've got a hoodie on. I know that you're a little bit cold up in Scotland, but it's to my understanding that the further north you go, the less you feel the cold.
Shorts all year round.
Shorts all year round.
All year round.
Pretty much, yeah. We're not feeling the cold too much up here. We're quite accustomed to cold. So yeah, when we come down to London, it's roasting down there all the time. Usually see me walking around sweating profusely.
But could that just be is that not just the amount of muscle that you walk around with? Because you two have to be the biggest guys I've ever met in my life. Because like you two sat side by side, it's like you take up the whole screen.
You can't even fit on the screen.
You can't fit on the screen both together. It's like ridiculous.
The extra layers we have under the muscle that helps.
Well, how much do both of you weigh? Just out of interest, how much do both of you weigh?
185 kilograms right now. I'm about 165, so I'm
165. Yeah. So you both would be offensive linemen if you did play American football for sure.
Wait, you just said 165. I'm a lightweight right now. Can we just take a minute for 165 and what was the other one? 180?
185.
185.
That's ridiculous.
Bro, he weighs 100 kilo, like 100 and something kilo more than me.
So both of you would be probably some of the heaviest in the NFL if you ever did decide to switch codes.
What type of weight do the guys get up to there? Obviously, we've seen them and they're some big guys playing there, yeah?
So some of them would be up to, I guess, 370 pounds. So right. What's that, 165, 170 kilos? And they can move too, so that's the other thing as well. It's not just one direction, it's all multi-plane, so they're moving
Change
around.
Direction, laterally, forwards, backwards.
Speaking of that, did you guys play any other sports when you were growing up?
Played football, bit of rugby, golf as well. Tom's a keen golfer. He was proper sport like football and rugby.
That must be a little bit more difficult now, obviously, with all the weight and stuff, like not being able to get the right swing on the club.
I mean, I need to get special made clubs when I'm 6.
I understand that problem. So how did you transition into strongman? Is it because it was cold outside, you decided to stay inside and lift heavy things? Like, what happened?
I wish that was... No, it was just... I don't know, really. You meet some people, you know, when I was training at 16 when I was in the gym. There's 10 years difference between Tom and I. So I started training when I was 16. I was like, you know, into the bodybuilding. I was like Michael there with his top off, ripped to shreds. Instagram, mate. So it's that was my thing. And then I started working off on the oil rigs when I was younger. And then it was quite hard to keep up that bodybuilding diet side of things, but strength was like just coming quite easily to me. So started getting stronger, entered a competition up here in the Highlands, and then won that one. And then that was it really, just kind of started competing more in strongman. And then a few years later, Tom came along. And I came along, I mean, I was a keen footballer. I wanted to be a professional footballer, and I'd never ever stepped in the gym in my life. I was like a skinny guy, no confidence, just didn't want to do it. I have autism as well, so being diagnosed with autism at a young age to then not knowing what I wanted to do. Found the gym, took me to the gym, and for me it was a kind of, I just did it for more confidence than anything. I just wanted to get a nice body and be mentally and physically stronger. And within a year I had already done a lot of things that people take 4 or 5 years to do in the gym. I was deadlifting 300 kilograms, benching 180, 190, and then at 19 years old I entered a competition and started coming top 3, top 4 in Britain, and just kind of accelerated quickly then and fell in love with it. And I mean, being strong is cool. I think every single person in the world It just means in this world you need to be strong. If you break down in your car, you can just go pick it up and.
Yeah. I was just about to say, like, you don't need a tire jack or anything. You just pick up the car, let someone change the wheel for you. Like,
if you get into a lot of problems, being strong is very good and very hard.
So we've got a lot of brothers in the NFL, and some of the most present and relevant ones are the Kelsey brothers. So in terms of your guys' relationship, how important was it to have someone else, an older brother or a younger brother, to motivate you in the gym, to compete with, to set a standard? Like, what did that mean?
I mean, obviously, Luke was the one that got me into the gym. He paved the way for myself. And then since then, it's kind of just been, we're brothers, but it's kind of just like we're best friends. I mean, sometimes I forget Luke's my brother, and I talk to him like, we argue a lot. We do what kind of friends do. We're always spending, we're always spending every single minute of the day together, and if it's in the gym, and our energy just vibes off people, and it helps us in the gym, and like we motivate each other because, back in COVID, that was when I won my first World Strongest Man, and you couldn't fly anywhere in the world without anybody else. And us being professional athletes, it was only me and Luke that could fly. And we had that advantage over every single other person because, we were going down for food together in a hotel. We were always just staying beside each other. And that kind of, I felt like there was a big radiance on us, and the other athletes were getting scared because they were all alone in a corner by themselves. And me and Luke were that big, massive kind of, wow, these guys are like psyched up. And just our power and our presence was just making the room look small. But yeah, I think, what we do is so cool. I think we're just lucky that we're brothers to do it. Because I never ever thought I would be competing and traveling around the world. I just did it to help me mentally, and those are things opened up. And then, fortunately, myself and Luke are good at the sport, and we got to travel the world together. So we get to travel the world and do a job that we love as brothers, and it's a cool thing to do. Because I think if one of us did it, I don't think it would feel the same. I don't think if I did this sport by myself, it would feel so much different. But having your brother by your side and seeing the ups with them, seeing the lows. Like when I won my first World Strongest Man title, he was the first person I got to celebrate with, and it's so cool to be able to do all that kind of stuff together.
So in typical brotherly fashion, I'm guessing you go competition like head to head on certain lifts every now and again. Because I've got an older brother, and like whenever we played sports, we'd always play against each other, just for the whole reason that we were brothers. So if for whatever reason he would foul me, I would never call a foul. Never. We weren't allowed to call fouls against each other, and we would hit each other hard. So I'm guessing between you two, you're both very strong. So you must go lift for lift and see who's going to be the strongest.
Yeah, who wins?
Who wins?
It's always the younger one. It is.
Humble. Well, it's so nice how humble he is. We've got the facts to prove it. I've got a list here that I can read, but it'll take days.
Right, so boys, we're going to go into the first segment of the show, and this first segment we're going to talk about athletes' measurables. So, as being an NFL player, you know that you've got to have some incredible athleticism, and all these players that we're going to list now are nothing shy of incredible. So we're going to go in, and you're going to rank their level of athleticism either easy, impressive, or beastly. We'll go with the first one, Jalen Hurts, my favorite QB, my guy. Squat. Go on, what was you going to say? What was you going to say about Jalen Hurts?
To put this in perspective, right? This is a quarterback. Quarterbacks aren't really known for putting up a lot of weights. Usually it'd be like the D lineman or the offensive line, the big guys. But this guy is compact. He throws the ball, but he also lifts a lot of weight in the gym.
Yeah. So this might not sound that impressive to you, but Jalen Hurts squatting 600 pounds, so 272 kilos in college. He's 6'1" and 220 pounds. He currently plays for my team, which is the Eagles, and he is the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
That's strong. You goated him already.
I'm goating him, yeah.
Without a chip, without a Super Bowl.
Hey, it's coming this year.
So it's potential.
It's
potential GOAT.
No, he's still a GOAT. Either way, he's a GOAT. He's a GOAT.
All right, we want you to, guys,
we'll roll the clip,
yeah,
and you can tell us what it's like.
Oh,
He's
fighting
now.
That's class. These are college people, isn't it? That's class. That's good. They're very impressive. That's 272 kilograms is impressive for. And depth as well, hitting the depth and the squat.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was just going to be a little. That was.
A little slight knee bend.
Jeez, that's good. That's really good. Yeah. I like the hype. And
I've
seen a few of those college videos where there's loads of people just going, oh, mad.
Yeah.
That's pretty beastly, that. That's definitely a beastly lift.
Beastly.
Yeah.
Beastly.
See? Telling you. Jalen Hurts, a beast. Beast. Beastly.
So when you guys train, do you have someone hyping you up like that? Do you have a crowd around you?
We actually, in all honesty, we usually train in silence.
Really? No music?
Not sometimes. I mean, it's just because when you're like competing, you don't have that kind of music and that kind of, it's crowd. It's just crowd noise. So if you get too used to just training with your favorite music on, and then it goes to a crowd or goes silent, you can't lift that weight. So we usually just make it as depressing and.
You stay in your mental palace.
Taylor Swift might come on a wee bit.
So basically, you just got to train with the thoughts in your head.
Yeah,
I mean,
basically
you get to hear the iron hitting off the floor. That's quite a cool noise as well, So.
Yeah. Well, Arnie said it. Like, it doesn't matter whether it's a 10-pound plate or a 5-pound plate. You have to slam it on, so everyone knows you're adding weight. It doesn't matter if it's a 5-pound plate. Bang! Slam that weight on there.
All right, okay, next clip. Next up, we have another Eagles player. For some reason, Howie Roseman just likes drafting beasts. It doesn't matter if it's a quarterback or a defensive lineman. So this guy, Jordan Davis, right? Defensive lineman, 340-pound player, and he's running the 40-yard dash at Combine. So you wouldn't expect someone who's that heavy to be able to run that quick. He posts a 4.78 second 40-yard time. To put that in perspective, there are tight ends running that speed who are about 30, 40, sometimes 50 pounds lighter than him. And 4.78 for a defensive lineman, that must be like up there. What do you guys reckon, 40 yards, what do you reckon your best time would be?
4.3.
4.3, I love it. All right, so
confidence.
if you watch this clip, I want to see how you guys would compare yourselves to this.
I don't think we'd be beaten any times.
Yeah, that's a big yes. That is a big two.
I've seen this one.
That deserves
a
nice round of applause from the fans here.
So how would you guys rate that? Easy, impressive, or beastly?
Beastly again, eh? Yeah, definitely. I love seeing that big guys running like that. That's more impressive, I think, than lifting big weights as well, because we should be able to learn. They should be able to run like that. That was class. That was good.
It's pretty terrifying, isn't it?
It wasn't even out of breath. If that was me, I'd be on the ground. Ask for an ambulance. 4.8. You're done. That's it.
All right, so next up we've got Stephen Pierre benching 225, so 100 kilo for 49 times, which is the NFL Combine record. He set that in 2011. Before that, the record was 40 in the year 2000. So he beat it by 9.
49 reps. Jeez.
49 reps at 100 kilo.
This is something that you guys are able to do for sure.
I reckon if you did this, you're repping out like
50
55,
minimum.
60.
Easy here.
Easy. We'll show you the clip and you can tell us whether it's impressive, beastly, or easy.
Forward, nice. Keep going. Nice. I like it. That's it, son. Nice. Under control. Good job. Come on. That's it, son. You keep coming. Let's go.
So that's the current Combine record. What do you think?
Impressive, eh? That was 49. What did you say? 49 reps. That was,
yeah.
49 reps.
That's good. Yeah, that's some good going. That's
good lockout as well.
Yeah.
Full lockout, full chest to bar. I mean, he went in.
What have you guys done? Have you tried it?
I did 23, so I'm half that.
I haven't tried it.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I
Anyway.
was very happy about 23, but I was not touching anything close to 49.
I want to see you fellas do it.
Yeah, we need you to
wanna see
post
a
a video
of
online
you two doing
after
it.
this of you two just going at
Repping out
100
225.
kg, minimum 50 reps, I reckon.
Yeah.
Easy.
I reckon they got 50.
And that's out of competition too, and they're not even in shape.
Just on
Having
any,
a conversation.
Just on any Monday.
I don't know, man. Yeah, maybe We'll have to try that soon.
So where would you rank that? Would you easy, impressive, or beastly?
Impressive. That's really impressive. Yeah, I prefer the first two. I think the squat was class. That was really good. Like body weight to weight lifted ratio. Yeah. I think that's. And with the height.
Seeing a big guy runs cool as well.
You ever see that? 2 Eagles players.
All right. Well, we've got one more player who's not an Eagles player.
Yeah, he's not.
Okay, so this guy is a running back, and he's squatting 675 pounds. He's an all-pro. Nick Chubb sadly left the game this year with a bad knee injury, so hopefully he heals up fast. But back in his prime, squatting 675 pounds in the gym without a belt.
No wraps.
No wraps.
Oh,
the height
clean.
NFL hype teams do it different, don't they? Jeez,
that was good. I like that.
I mean, squatting, no belt, knee sleeves, just one of the hardest things you can do in the world. So that's beastly. Eh? Yeah. Like anything over 200k, no bare knees is impressive. So
that was good. It was like you just rocked up and just put all the plates on. I'll do it, whatever. Yeah. Jeez, decent. Oh wow.
So in terms of the ones you've seen, what was the most impressive or most beastly?
The guy running, the big guy doing the 40-meter dash.
Yeah.
I think that's impressive. Eh?
That's probably the most unassuming. Like you look at him and you wouldn't think he's going to shift that quick. You know, that was fast. But the last one, that squat was good. That's a big squat as he shifted. So,
especially bare knee. Like I think the people don't realize. I don't think how much harder bare knees is and putting wraps on. It is so much different. Eh?
Oh, I know. I know.
Right, so this is the part of the show. It's a fun part of the show. We do this most weeks where we get you guys to pick out your starting lineup. So we're going to give you some NFL archetypes, so different categories, styles of people you might come across. But we want you to tell us who in the strongman world relates to each one of these archetypes. Okay, so first up is the showman. So this is the strongman that is charismatic, flashy, likes to put on a show, gets the crowd going.
Evan Singleton.
Yeah.
What makes him so special?
He comes from the WWE background.
Oh, okay. So
makes
proper
sense
showman.
With the showman.
He does all the kind of was it Triple H's thing with the water that comes out.
Sprays the water out.
He's spraying water.
He's a bad man, a straw man, so he gets the crowd kind of booing him. He does all the Hulk Hogan. He goes like this to people because he's called the T-Rex and.
Why is he called the T-Rex?
He named himself a dinosaur. I don't know why he named himself after a dinosaur.
He
called himself that.
Does he have short arms?
He's got tattoos of like a T-Rex.
Really small brain.
Kind of claw things there. So
in terms of that showmanship, do you guys bring any of that to your game, or you just laser focus when you go and lift?
No, I mean, you need to do it at right time. So obviously, when we're doing our walkouts and stuff, we'll get the crowd going, and then maybe in between lifts and stuff. But usually we're just laser focused, and then we know the right time to do it. But yeah, usually the walkouts so we can get the crowd going, and then after that, it's get their job done, and then put on a show afterwards, in between events or at the end of the show, whatever. So.
Do you have walkout music?
Yeah, we have walkout music. I have.
Do you get to choose it?
I have raving bagpipes. Eh.
Okay.
I love that.
Do you create a routine? I know you said that you did some bodybuilding. Do you get to create a routine? you know when you're doing your bodybuilding shows that the bodybuilders have their own routine that they make up, and they'll go and post a certain routine with their own music. So do you get to do your own routine?
From experience, man.
Yeah, man.
What music was yours?
Oh no, I did men's physique, so we didn't get to pick our own music. But I know listen, if I was to do bodybuilding like that, I would pose to classical music.
Really?
Yeah.
Sophisticated.
Yeah. Elegance.
I mean, you could do, but it's. I don't know if it would go down too well with the crowd if we started posing.
I think it would be sick. I think it would be sick. Hit a frontal bicep, then quad stomp, and then go and do some bad lifts, like go and lift them.
With the bagpipes going.
Yeah. Or something, I don't know what it would be.
Right, so next up, we've got your high motor player. Now, this is the guy that never really tires. Like, no matter what they're doing, they don't seem to get tired. They just keep going.
or maybe Novikov, Alexei Novikov, a Ukrainian strongman, former world's strongest man. He's a good guy. He's got a motor on him. He's a good guy, I think, in that sense. Yeah.
Just one of those guys that never tires, just never gives up.
Keeps going. Yeah.
What are the events that typically make people quit?
It's the truck pulls, because you're exerting yourself 100% energy for like 1 minute, or a minute and a half. So you're basically pulling like a 22-ton truck, and you have to go all out for 1 whole minute. And at the end, people are, oxygen, just mental.
How do you even train for that?
Yeah, that's a good question. How do you train for a 22-ton truck?
Yeah, I mean, well, we actually use a pickup, so we put the handbrakes on because it makes it so much harder, so you don't get any momentum and stuff. So you do
so the wheels aren't turning.
How do you move a car that's got a handbrake on?
You can put it on, like say 3 clicks in the handbrake, or you put the foot brake on. Just tap it a little bit. So if you put it on before you pull it, you're pulling really hard, and then you just slowly release the brake. So then you're still hanging on to the tension, if that makes sense.
Is this pure grip strength?
Resistance.
Is this like
is pulling pure grip strength
in a harness?
It's pulling. So no, it's legs. So you're
harness.
You're like rugby scrum the whole time for like a minute and a half.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so you got to stay like low to the floor.
Yeah,
so basically like that.
So you can use your body weight too.
So next up is the dark horse. Who do you think is the most underrated strongman?
Pavlo.
Yeah, Pavlo. Yeah,
Pavlo Koryaka.
Another Ukrainian guy, Pavlo Koryaka, and he's one of the lightest. He's like 130 kilograms, but he's one like Europe's strongest man. He's pressed 200 kilogram above his head. He doesn't get invited to a lot of the big shows, which he should, but yeah, he's a real beast as well. So.
Why do you think that? Is it because he's a bit light?
I think it's like the profile as well. He's a bit light, but in profile, you get invited to competitions as well if you can sell the show. So he's I've been from Ukraine and stuff as well. It's not as big over there, so a lot of people don't kind of know it, and his profile's not as big, so he kind of doesn't get invited. But when he gets invited to show, he puts on a show, because he is one of the strongest guys I've seen. And like, he split jerks a log above his head. You're like, it's crazy. Yeah? Like, we push press, he split jerks, so it's pretty mental.
Yeah, that even the coordination to get the balance of that above your head is crazy.
There's no way I'll be doing that.
I can't do that. All right, so next up you've got the trash talker. So the player that talks the most trash, always talking.
I don't know.
Paul Dwyer.
Yeah, we Pa.
An Irish leprechaun. I'm joking. Paul Dwyer is, he gets into every single strongman's skin by just saying some weird stuff, saying funny stuff. He knows people's kind of things that people don't like and stuff. He just makes videos of people. He puts on different accents. He's funny, but yeah, he can trash talk a lot as well, can't he? So.
Yeah, he's a good trash talker. He doesn't really care. He's got no filter, which is, I guess, gets him in trouble sometimes.
I wish this strongman was as good as this trash talking.
All right, last up, guys, we have the power back. Who is the ultimate strongman? Who's your idol?
Brian Shaw, I think. Do you think?
Yeah, Brian. Yeah, Brian's a good. Yeah, Brian's probably the
blueprint.
Yeah, he's like the pinnacle of kind of strongman, I guess. Like, he's not many weaknesses. He's probably one of the. Okay. He's probably the goat, one of the goats of strongman.
So how do you feel about that squad?
That's an unbeatable squad.
I feel like it's an unshiftable squad. Yeah. You get up in and line up against them. It doesn't matter whether you go forwards, backwards. You ain't moving. You ain't moving. You're just hitting a wall there. Like, you hit that wall and just be like, I'd just be like, Coach, sub me out.
Yeah, definitely.
Sub me out.
That would be class.
Well, listen, boys, it's been a pleasure having you on the pod today.
And it's been great to have a conversation, and wishing you guys every success going forward with all the competitions. And we expect to see some poses.
And we want to see that 225 rep for at least 50 reps.
Oh, we'll get it happening, boy.